The BILT Mastercard is one of the most popular no annual fee credit cards, and even though I love applying for new credit cards, I've refused to get this one. So is this a massive mistake? And do I regret not getting the BILT card? Well, we'll break it down in this video where we'll start off with the very quick brief details on the BILT Mastercard if you don't know them already. And then I will talk about 3 different points in this video. Number 1, the perks that I just don't care about with the BILT card. Section number 2 are perks that I can get without holding the BILT Mastercard. And then part number 3 is going to be perks that I wish I had from the BILT card. And at the end, I will figure out if I regret not getting the BILT card earlier. So here's some of the brief details I want to highlight from the BILT card. Right here on this web page, we see the BILT card right there, and it says, finally, a card that lets you earn points on rent and more. The BILT card is coming in with a $0 annual fee, and then for the spending categories, 1 times points on rent payments without the transaction fee, up to 100,000 points each calendar year, 2 times points on travel, and 3 times points on dining, and then 1 times points on other purchases. And then it also says that you must use this card 5 times each statement period to earn points. So if you only have 4 transactions on your card in that billing cycle, then you'll get no points on all of your purchases. And then this card is also going to give you double points on all purchases other than rent on the first of every month. BILT calls this rent day, where you're going to be earning 6 times points on dining, 4 times points on travel, and 2 times points on all other purchases except for rent. Once you've earned BILT points, you're also going to want to redeem them. And by this website from BILT, it says that BILT points are ranked as the most valuable rewards points over AMEX membership rewards and Chase Ultimate Rewards by Bankrate.com. Of course, that's not always guaranteed based on how you decide to make your redemptions from your various point ecosystems. Even if that claim is true that BILT points are more valuable than Chase and Amex points, there's still one huge thing missing from this card. There's no welcome offer. With a lot of no annual fee cards, there's at least a $200 cashback bonus that you're going to earn if you spend anywhere from $500 to $1,500. But with the BILT card, there's nothing like that here. So sadly, you're going to be missing out on a lot of points up front. And that is where we're starting with the perks that I don't care about with this card. I don't care for this card in a huge way because there's no welcome offer. With other cards, I can get a huge head start on my points earning if I sign up for those, opposed to this one. So that's just the first thing that I don't care about. Another thing I don't care about is the 1 times points I'm going to be earning on my rent payments. This is just not going to move the needle for me that much, especially when you factor in welcome offers I can get from other cards. So let's say that I apply for the Venture card from Capital One. Yes, it does have a $95 annual fee, but let's dig into that welcome offer. 75,000 Capital One miles for just spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. And it earns 2 times points on the everything else category. So I could be earning 2 times points on my rent payment. Of course, there is going to be that transaction fee there. So on the BILT website, it says that if there's a 3% transaction fee on your rent payments, then the BILT card will save you $60. But you're also earning a welcome offer from the Venture card. If you pay your rent for 2 months with the Venture card, yes, you will have to pay $120 in transaction fees, but you're also going to be earning 75,000 Capital One miles. But if you pay with the BILT card for your rent, well, you're going to be earning 1 times point on rent without the transaction fee, so you're going to be earning 4,000 BILT points. Hopefully that was easy enough to follow. I dug into that specific topic a little bit more in this video on 3 reasons why I don't have the BILT Mastercard. If you want to check that out, that video will be right there, or you can watch that at the end of this video. So for that reason, I don't care about the 1 times points earning on rent. And now for the next spending category, 2 times points on travel purchases. This really just isn't too competitive when you look at other cards. For another no annual fee card, you can easily get 2 times points or a 2% cash back on anything. And then the next spending category is 3 times points on dining. Again, this comes with so many other no annual fee cards. I really just don't care about that. Then the next thing I don't care about is how you have to make 5 transactions every single billing cycle in order to get BILT points. That seems kind of weird. Like, I kind of understand why BILT would do that because, you know, they profit off of every transaction, every swipe that people make. But if I have to use this card 5 times every single month to get points, well, that just seems like a huge hassle. Another thing I don't care about is the BILT status tiers. There's blue, silver, gold, and platinum. And there's 2 different ways where you can earn this BILT status. There's one where you earn a ton of BILT points and another one where you spend a ton of dollars with your BILT card. You'll automatically be a BILT Blue member just by signing up for their loyalty program. And then for the next tier, silver status, you have to spend $10,000 in 1 year on this card. For gold, you'll have to spend $25,000. And then for platinum, you have to spend $50,000. Sometimes platinum members don't always get the best perks that BILT has, and oftentimes blue members can get better perks than platinum. It's a really confusing system that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and so I just don't want to put a lot of spend on a BILT Mastercard where potentially my status wouldn't even mean that much. BILT has a partnership with Lyft, and in this case it comes with certain Lyft credits where if you take 3 Lyft rides in 1 calendar month, then you'll get $5 credited back to you. But I don't take Lyft 3 times in 1 month. If anything, Uber is cheaper in my area, so I'd rather just take that. There's also some pretty niche things every once in a while, like for this rent day, there's something called the exclusive BILT Home Collection from Martha Stewart. I don't really care about that at all. And then there's also some neighborhood perks, I guess. There's neighborhood dining experiences where it looks like you just go to really fancy restaurants and pay a ton of money, and then maybe you get something out of it. Not really sure. Sometimes there's neighborhood fitness experiences with SoulCycle, which again is also really expensive, and I don't care about that. And then another insanely expensive thing is taking helicopter rides in New York City through Blade. I don't care about this because I live very far away from New York City and I don't want to spend my money on a helicopter ride that's supposed to take you like from one place to the airport or something like that. Okay, so that was the most negative portion of this video, and we're gonna get progressively more positive throughout this, and then we make a decision on if I actually regret not getting the BILT card. All right, so now let's get into the perks that I can get without holding the BILT Mastercard. Number 1 is going to be rent day, and specifically their rent free that they run every single first of the month. It's this sort of guessing game where you're supposed to choose answers that are popular among other people also choosing those answers. I don't really understand it, but I play it every single month hoping I win something, but I never have. And I can play that for just having a BILT loyalty program account, and I don't need the card for that. There's also a partnership that BILT has with Lyft where you can get extra bonus points just for taking Lyft rides, and I can link that right to my BILT account and my Lyft account and earn BILT points without having the BILT card. And in a similar way, I can also earn more BILT points when I use Walgreens by linking my BILT account to my Walgreens account, and I don't need the card for that either. Now with things that I can get from holding other credit cards, the first one is no foreign currency conversion fee. Well, this just means no foreign transaction fees that I get on so many of my other cards, some of them being no annual fee card like the Capital One Saver, or an annual fee card like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Then the next one, trip cancellation and interruption protection, and I should throw in trip delay reimbursement. I get this on many other cards. And then we have primary auto rental collision damage waiver. I already have this from a couple other cards, so don't need it from the BILT card. Then we have cellular telephone protection. I have that from a couple other cards if I wanted to use that. And then the purchase security like theft and damage protection, that is totally covered by some other credit cards. Now we have another perk called the World Elite Mastercard Luxury Hotels and Resorts Program. I just recently learned about this, and it seems like this could be a nice perk. You just have to have a World Elite Mastercard and then go onto the Mastercard website and you can book some nice hotels there. But I don't necessarily need the BILT Mastercard for this because I just need any World Elite Mastercard, and I have this with my Chase Freedom Flex, also a $0 annual fee card. So I already have that covered. And speaking more of these travel perks, there is transfer partners with the BILT card. Their transfer partners are actually really good, but I have access to all of these transfer partners from other cards like Chase, American Express, and Capital One. I can transfer all of my points from those banks over to all of the partners that BILT already has, except for Alaska Airlines. I would love to be able to transfer to Alaska from those bank programs, but that's okay with me. I can lose out on Alaska Airlines for not having the BILT card, especially because you just can't earn a lot of BILT points in a short period of time like you can with all other cards out there because of their welcome bonuses. Then there's another perk that I actually really like. There's a BILT partnership with Awaze, where you can search on bilt.awaze.com and you can look at hotel availability in whatever city that you want to search. And this is really nice, but I can do this without the BILT card. And then there's also the BILT travel portal, which I haven't given too much thought, where you can redeem your BILT points at 1.25 cents per point and get value there. But I believe I could just do this without the BILT card. Okay, so that's enough negativity from me in this video. Now let's get on to the positive things that I wish I had if I was holding the BILT Mastercard in my hand right now. The first perk I wish I had was the improvement of rent day benefits. If I had the BILT card and I put a lot of spend on it, I would be not just a blue basic member, but I may be a silver, gold, or platinum member, and sometimes that comes with additional rent day benefits, like getting a higher transfer bonus to a partner program. But actually, there is a deal going on right now where there is a transfer bonus to British Airways, but even some of the basic blue members are getting a 100% transfer bonus, whereas platinum members, some of them are only getting a 50% transfer bonus to British Airways. So the rent day perks, something that I thought I was missing, maybe I'm not actually missing out on that. Something else that I wish I had is getting double points on the first of every month for rent day. I would love to be getting 6 times points on dining, 4 times points on travel, and 2 times points on everything else except for rent. But actually, now that I think about it, when I am working towards a welcome bonus on another card, whether it has no annual fee or it has an annual fee, I'm getting way more points than that every single time I swipe my card. The next perk that I wish I had is paying my rent without the transaction fee. I am a renter, and everybody says if you're a renter, you need to get the BILT card because you can pay your rent with it without the fee. But I've learned that if I actually pay the fee with some of my other cards, I can earn way more points than if I use the BILT card for that. And so even though my apartment complex is set up with BILT and it would be such an easy process because they've partnered with them, it just doesn't really make sense for me to get the BILT card and pay my rent when I can just earn a measly 2,000 points for a $2,000 rent payment when I can earn a welcome offer on other cards. So I really wasn't going into this video trying to be extremely negative, but I think it turned out that way just because of how much I don't want to get the BILT card. If you are just a beginner starting out with credit cards and it's one of your first cards, okay, that probably makes sense for some people if you don't want to sign up for a lot of cards, but I don't mind getting a ton of credit cards, and so the BILT card is just not in my future anytime soon, and I might never actually end up getting this card. So if you found this video helpful, please leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read them, and if you want to watch another video I made on the BILT card, you can click on this video right here. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.